Hey everybody! Hello, good evening. Welcome to Makeover Monday. As you can see, we have a new time for the new year with a new look. And I'm super excited about it. I'm actually using this new software that will allow me to demonstrate a lot of the things that I'm going to talk with you on the show, which for me is so great because I'm all about show me, don't tell me. And this way I can actually show you things that I'm talking about. And today's topic in particular is going to be super important. So I was thinking about what I could talk about. This is the new show for the new year, and I wanted to do something kind of fresh and fun. I just did a podcast on change and how people can change, but I'm kind of over that already. I don't know about you, but we're like already almost into February. And so that got me thinking about Valentine's Day. So what better topic than to talk about flirting, but I want to focus on how to flirt online. This is so important nowadays, and I think a lot of people are kind of floundering in this area. In fact, I've been known, just so you know, to play Cyrano de Bergerac with a lot of people and pretend that I'm them, whether it's on their online profile, in text, just to help people tweak a few things so that they get better results. Because let's face it, this is kind of a brave new world that we're, embarking upon when it comes to dating. And more people are using social media to date. And we have this thing called digital dating. And I was watching the Today Show the other day, and they did this whole segment, which I'm going to share some of the things that they had on there that were super cool and statistics that will actually shock you. Okay, so before I get into that, I had a funny example that I wanted to share with you. I was working with this woman, actually it was about a year ago, and she said, Kim, you did such a good job teaching me how to flirt offline. Like we had done the Wing Girl sessions, and we went into, the whole kind of talk about putting yourself out there and really using your body language and all of that to flirt. And she got so much better, and she was starting to get results. But the thing is, when she started interacting with these guys online, either it was via text or on the online profiles in her dating apps and online, she was falling short. She was not getting these guys to be, to get asked out. She said, will you do me a favor? Will you go in to my profile and see what's happening and help me? Because I honestly don't know what I'm doing. So I did. So many times I go in there and I tweak a few things. And what I found is that what was happening offline was happening online for her. She was falling into this really like dry interaction. She was being almost business-like and just trying to get the guy to ask her out, and didn't want to like flirt online. She felt like it was a waste of time, but I had to help her see that actually that's part of cultivating a connection with people. And so when you think of flirting online as something that's playful, that's fun, that really engages people, you can actually get asked out faster than if you just try to, suddenly get into this, when are we meeting? Well, how about if we meet at 5 o'clock? And that's never sexy, especially if a woman is doing it. So I want to teach you guys how to flirt online. And like I said, bear with me. This is a whole new software. I just want to do kind of a check-in, because on the software, I don't see comments. So I have to check on my phone, and I want to see if you guys are seeing this. Are you guys seeing everything okay? And because I want to start doing demonstrations. Can you just give me a heads up? Oh, I do see a comment here. I just want to do a check-in, because on the software. Okay, Jonathan and Ellen, hi, you guys are here. Okay. Are you guys seeing everything okay? Okay, so we're good. All right, well, let's get to it. So I'm going to go to the first tip. And it's updating. Okay, so do you see what I'm seeing? The first thing is to avoid a boring Q&A session. This is what was happening to that woman, right? She was kind of going into, hi, how are you? How was your day? And then he was also being kind of bland back to her because he didn't feel like he could be playful. This is a mistake that I see over and over and over again. Mostly it's because people don't like this whole online texting thing and they just want to meet the person. And that's fine. But I'm telling you, if you're more playful, you'll get to that date a lot faster. So I want to show you actually a a funny, this is a real text exchange, by the way, so bear with me. We're going to go to this stream. Okay, we're updating. Okay, so what you'll see, I feel so ninja here. Are you guys seeing this? How cool it is. It reminds me a little bit of the gamers, and how they demonstrate the different games. Okay, so this is an exchange that my client engaged in. And as you can see, this really fell short, okay? And actually, honestly, both of them were bad at this whole texting. This is the first time that they texted, "Hello, Jay, how are you doing? It's my pleasure to meet you here." This was the guy. And she said, "Hi, Kim, likewise. Coffee Meets Bagel mentioned you ran a crazy number of marathons." So she was trying to engage with him. That was pretty good. And he doesn't really answer back. And he just says, "How are you?" And she says, "Oh, I'm doing okay. Looking forward to enjoying this beautiful weather. What about you?" Little bicycle. So, she's trying to be cute. And he's not really giving her much, right? And so he says, "I'm doing good and great." Long silence, pause. And then she told me he never wrote back. And I see that there's exchanges like this all the time. Now, this is obviously an extreme case, but I wanted to extract an extreme case to really demonstrate how bad these exchanges can be. Now, there's nowhere to go with this, right? First of all, he's not really even answering her. They're talking about just like, how's the weather type of thing. And so nothing happened. Whereas, drum roll, okay. Now, this is a better exchange, and okay, albeit it's a little bit cheesy. I will give it that. This was something actually I found online. It wasn't even one of my clients or anything, but I think it's, again, an extreme version of something that's kind of cute. He says, "So would you prefer a classic Tinder pickup line or more modest, 'Hey, how's it going?'" I love that he did a whole play on how boring interactions can be, right? Like that's fun. It's already a fun entry. And she says, "Hit me with the classic too. Many guys are modest. Extra points if you make me laugh." So she is also giving it back to him. So now they're already in those first two bubbles having fun with each other. He says, "Okay, if you were a chicken, you'd be impeccable." I mean, okay, so this is kind of like cheesy, funny, but it's so cheesy and funny that it's funny, right? And she says, "Ha ha ha, that made me laugh. That made my night." And he says, "Ha ha, what are your plans tonight? Want to go to town and ruffle a few feathers? Ha ha ha." Now, do you see like how fast he got to asking her out? She already feels, that there's this rapport, kind of funny. He's still playing on the words. And she says, "Ooh, sounds like that I might be the chick for you." So, it goes on and on and on. And again, it's fun, it's engaging, it's playful. It's not this, kind of dry, "How are you?" So the first thing that, you want to get away from is this Q&A session that, people get into. Okay, second tip. Drum roll. Gosh, the only thing about the software is it takes a long time to switch scenes. So when it comes to flirting? You know, which one got the most engagement when used right? So take a look. Again, if you're just coming on, if you were to pick the top 3 emojis, which would you choose? Which would you choose? And I was shy. Well, obviously, I mean, they made a joke. Obviously, not this little icon of poo. I don't think you want to share that one. But drum roll. I don't know if anyone has guesses who are. Oh, are you guys losing me? Ah, can you see me now? Are you guys seeing me now? Thanks for bearing with me, because the software is so cool when it works. Give like a thumbs up if you can, or anybody? Okay, cool. So you can see me now. All right. So anybody have these guesses before I move on? Can you guys put the emoticon that you think was like one of the top 3 that are used for flirting? Anybody have a guess? Okay, I'm going to show it. And as you guys are guessing, this software is so slow. Big problem. Oh well. It's fun to try new things. Maybe there's a way that we can do both. Okay, so these were the top 3 that were used to flirt. And I think this is, I mean, I think these are pretty accurate, right? Like we see mostly smiling and the blowing kiss. And actually, if you guys write XO on the text, sometimes like on the iPhone, it'll automatically put that kissing heart one. So again, take note of that when you are saying things. And, you know, you could say how, like even the phrase, how are you? That is totally different than if you say, how are you? Smiley face. That smiley face just adds that little bit of flirtation and says something about you. And, oh, get this. I heard a statistic that people who use more emojis or emoticon actually have more sex. Who knew? I don't know. I'm just the messenger. I don't know if there's truth to that. Okay, let's move on to the next tip. This is so slow. That there were, so, and honestly, this is not just, you know, emotion words. There's a lot of descriptive words here. And again, many people don't have description words. They just have very basic sentences, and that's boring. That's dry. Can you guess which, like the top, I think it was top 4 that are used that actually, when used by a woman, the man interprets as good, like that's a flirtatious. What would you guys guess? Oh, can you still not see anything? Okay, I'm seeing that you can see this thing, right? Anyone have guesses on which words are to be used for flirtation? Okay. I was actually surprised. There were some on here. There's one in particular that I did not think that a man would like, but these are the top ones that men really responded to. Wait for it. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Now you can see. So, cute, gorgeous, and handsome. I love that. And you know, it's not, these aren't like really that obscure or something that's really, I think, you know, too off. I think it's something, what I was shocked at, I was shocked that cute was something that guys responded to. But it was more in the context of, oh, I really liked, you know, that cute dress that I saw the other day. And it's not necessarily calling him cute, but just used as the context of describing something. So again, these are all little flirtatious things that I think are really interesting. And finally, we'll go to the next scene. Ah, this is so glitchy, you guys. Is maybe after you've gone on a first date. And sometimes you don't know like how to keep things going. But this is a really neat trick to do, and it's something so simple. It's just referring back to previous interactions. So if you had maybe an exchange beforehand, or you had a date already, refer back to something about the date. And so I want to show you an example of that. And that is how you can keep things going, and it shows interest. I don't know if I'm going to use this software again. See, but it's such a cool concept because I can actually show you guys things, but they obviously haven't perfected the way that it's. Things going. I'm going to wait till you guys see it. Okay, so this is an interaction. Obviously, Kyle and Paige had a date, right? And Kyle says, hey, Paige, it was really great meeting you last night. It's not every day you meet someone else from Memphis out there. I really enjoyed talking to you too, Kyle. It made me kind of homesick. I'm going home for Thanksgiving. I'm really looking forward to it. Do you get back much? Well, my parents moved out and state last year, so unfortunately, I don't know when I'll be back. So, you know, they're bantering about something that they had in common, and it's referring back to a conversation. That shows that there was interest, that, you know, Kyle was listening to her and she liked it. You know, women love to be heard. And when you refer to something that you heard them say or heard something that they like, you will have an in with women every single time, because that is a sign of a guy who cares, and we like that. So we want to know that you're listening. This is a great way of keeping that going. Alrighty, so I hope that this was still helpful. Those of you who stayed on and muddled through this this video, there's a big lag time in between the scenes, but hopefully you got some good information on how you can flirt on. So I'll wait for my picture to pop up. And I don't know why hi. Oh, now I'm back. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining me today. I hope this was still helpful. Definitely the software had glitches. I'm not sure I'm going to use this again, but at least hopefully that you got some good ideas and demonstration on what I'm talking about. I will definitely do like a recap probably of this so you guys get better information without muddling through all these scenes, if you will. But thanks for joining me today. It seems like it's a better time. I'm going to be doing this every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I love that you guys were starting to engage with me. We just have to get this thing to maybe work. Also, I wanted to show you something. A lot of, as you know, you can tell, I'm all about action. I feel like that's when people change, that's when people can create new habits. And if you haven't heard, okay, I'm back. Oh, Jonathan, I saw your love notes. Thank you. I love you too. And thanks for staying on and doing like all your emoji signs. See, Jonathan's a good flirt. He already learned something today. If you want to put all this stuff into practice, as some of you know, I'm all about action. That's when people change. And I like to actually practice some of this stuff. So we are going to definitely be practicing how to flirt both online and offline at my dating makeover retreat. So if you haven't already seen the information for it, definitely write me, Kimberly@seltzerstyle.com. It's going to be here in Southern California, 4 days at this luxurious resort called Monarch Beach Resort. It's going to be amazing. We're going to do everything from flirting workshops to really learning how to connect with men. We're going to go shopping and get new dating outfits. We're going to get our hair done. We have photography, so they can get new online photography done for yourself. And just so that you know, we are also going man shopping, ladies. So we're going to put all this stuff to the test, and definitely contact me, Kimberly@seltzerstyle.com. Email me and I'll get you the information, or you can go to my website, seltzerstyle.com. Again, thanks for joining me today. And I'm Kim Seltzer, dating makeover expert. And join me next week, because I'm not going to use the software again, and we'll just kind of do old school. But I loved all the engagement and the support that you gave me today to try out this new thing. All right, have a good evening, guys. Bye.